Hello students, let us continue the revision of chapter 5. Children, in the last session, we had done the revision of separation of substances, separation of solid substances in hand picking method and also threshing. Now today you are going to revise the topic of winnowing. Is given with an activity, activity 3. Make a mixture of dry sand and sawdust or powdered dry leaves. Keep this mixer on a plate or a newspaper. Look at this mixer carefully. Can the two different components be made out easily? Are the sizes of particles of the two components similar? Would it be possible to separate the components by hand picking? Children, we have learned that if the particles are or the substance are larger in size and less in number, we can separate them by hand picking. And threshing is a method totally used in agriculture. But in winnowing, we will be using the particles which are having different weight. And here you are asked to learn it with the help of an activity. What you are asked to do? You are asked to take some sand and also some sawdust powder. Sawdust powder is the powder, yellow colored powder we are getting while we cut the wood. Either sawdust or if you are not getting the sawdust, you can also use the powder of the dry leaves. Take some dry leaves and powdered it. Then you will be getting the dry leaves powder. Then mix the sand and the sawdust or the dry leaves. Then is it possible to separate them? No, because both the particles, sawdust and also sand, will be somewhat same in color. Their size also will be somewhat same. And they are very small particles, very fine particles. It is not possible to separate them by hand picking. So we have to think about some other methods of separation. Now, take your mixer to an open ground and stand on a raised platform. So what we will do? We will take the mixer in a newspaper or in a plate we can take, and we will be standing out in a raised platform in a place little higher above the ground. Put the mixer in a plate or a sheet of paper. Hold the plate or the sheet of the paper containing the mixer at your shoulder height. Then here you have taken whether it is in the plate or on the newspaper that you keep in the shoulder height, only for getting the proper supply of air only, wind only. Tilt it slightly, then you slightly, slowly tilt it. Not to keep it horizontal way, tilt it slanting way, you keep it in the slanting way so that the mixer slides out slowly. When you keep it in the sliding position or the slanting position, it will be starting to slide down slowly and going to fall down. What happens? Do both the components, sand and sawdust or the powdered leaves, fall at the same place? So when we tilt the plate or the newspaper, the mixer will be starting to fall down on the ground. Then we have to see whether both the components, what are the components we have taken? One is sawdust and sand, or also you can take, instead of sawdust, you can take the powder of the dry leaves and sand. So we have to check whether both of the components are falling at the same place or not. No, they are not going to fall at the same place. The sawdust will be moving little away from the place we are standing, and the sand will be falling slightly down, straight down. Why? It is because of the difference in the weight of both the components. Sawdust is lighter. The lighter components, they will be moving away along with the wind. So they will be falling little away from the place where we are standing. And sand is heavier than sawdust. So sand will be falling straight down. Okay, so both the components of the mixer can be separated this way using the wind. This method is known as winnowing. That means winnowing is the method used for separation of the substance in which separation is done with the help of the wind. And here, what type of substance we can separate? We can separate the components of the mixer which have difference in their weight. Both the components will have difference in their weight. One will be lighter and one of the components should be heavier. Okay, children? See, is given. This method of separating components of a mixer is called winnowing. Winnowing is used to separate heavier and lighter components of the mixer by wind or blowing air. Same method we are using in our daily life for separating the peels of the groundnut, roasted groundnut. What you will do? For removing the peels of the skin of the roasted groundnut, what do you do? Yes, you will be rubbing the groundnut in your hand, then you will be blowing your air, right? Then when you blow the air, the skin of the groundnut will be very light, so it will be blown away and only the groundnut will be remaining in your hand. See, this method is commonly used by the farmers to separate lighter husk particles from the heavier seeds of grain. In agriculture also, winnowing is a common method used to separate the lighter husk particles from the good grains. Grains and husk will be separated by the method of winnowing. The husk particles are carried away by wind because they are very light in weight, and the seeds of grain get separated and form a heap near the platform for winnowing. This separated husk is used for many purposes such as fodder for cattle. So grains can be good grains or good seeds can be used for food for us human beings, and the husk removed can be used as the fodder for animals like cows and buffaloes. That picture I will show one more time. See, this is the winnowing. Here you can see this is the winnowing using in agriculture. See, this lady is standing on the raised platform for making the sure of the availability of wind. And here you can see she is kept the this thing in a slanting position. Her husk particles are lighter in weight, so they will be moving away from the place where she is standing. See, here they will be getting collected, and the grains, as they are heavier, they will be falling down separately, and a heap of the grains will be forming here, and the husk particles can be separated and they will be falling here. So both the husk and grain can be separated by winnowing. Okay. Now we will see sieving. Sometimes we may wish to prepare a dish with the flour. We need to remove the impurities and bran that may be present in it. What do? We use a sieve and pour the flour into it. Sieving allows the fine flour particles to pass through the holes of the sieve while the bigger impurities remain on the sieve. In a flour mill, impurities like husk and stones are removed from wheat before grinding it. Usually, a bag full of wheat is poured on a slanting sieve. The sieve removes pieces of stones, stalk, and husk that may still remain with the wheat after threshing and winnowing. See, sieving method is also using in our kitchen every day for purifying the flour. Before making chapatis, you can see your mothers, they will be sieving the wheat flour. If any impurities are left, any bran particles are left, that will be removed by sieving. So we use the sieve for sieving. This, you can see the figure of the sieve is here. This is the sieve used for sieving the flour. See, some days we may wish to prepare before making any dish of flour, whether it is the rice flour or the wheat flour, any other flour, we generally sieve it by passing it through a sieve. And when we sieve the flour, any impurities will be there present in the flour that will be remaining in the sieve, and the fine powder will be passing through the sieve that it can be collected. Then in the flour mill also sieving method is used. Before grinding the grains will be allowed to pass through a slanting sieve. And if any stone particles or stalk or husk remains in the seeds, remains along with the grains, they that can be removed before grinding the grains. So sieving, different types of sieves are available. As with the fine holes, sieve with the fine holes, little bigger holes. Like that, different types of sieves are used for grinding, sieving the wheat flour and also sieving the wheat grains. Wheat grains, they are larger in size. So sieve having larger holes are used for purifying for the purification of whole wheat. Then after grinding, it will be changing into powder. So sieve having fine holes are using for sieving the wheat flour. Now sieving is also a method used in construction work. You have also noticed the smaller sieve being used in construction sites to separate pebbles and stones from sand. See here, you can see is the site of construction. Here, before making the mixture of cement, gravel and sand, first the sand will be purified by passing it through a larger sieve. The pebbles or the stone particles or any clay particles and other waste will be remaining on the sieve and fine sand will be passing down through the sieve. Now there is another activity given, that is bring a sieve and small quantity of flour from the home to the class. Sieve the flour to separate any impurities in it. Now make a fine powder of chalk pieces and mix it with the flour. We separate the flour and the powdered chalk by sieving. Yes, you are asked to bring some wheat flour to the class and also you have to take a sieve and easily the wheat flour will be passing out through the sieve. It will be coming down through the sieve. Then also you have to take some chalk powder. By powdering the chalk, you prepare the chalk powder. Then you mix the wheat flour and the chalk powder. You are doing, you are mixing wheat flour with the chalk powder. After that, how you will separate the wheat flour from the chalk powder? Very easily. You have also already taken the sieve. By sieving, you can separate the wheat flour and chalk powder will be remaining on the sieve that can be separated. Children, today we are ending up here. Remaining part we will be revising in the next session.